Every leader has to make decisions. And yet, one of the traps that leaders fall into when making decisions is feeling as though those decisions can't be made until they get consensus on their team. But the goal when making decisions is not consensus, the goal is commitment. When you're striving to make decisions on your team, you have to realize that not everyone is going to agree. There are going to be many times you find yourself having to make a decision when there are key individuals on your team who actually disagree with the decision. And yet the reality is that that's okay. It's okay for people to disagree. But what's not okay is for people to not be committed to whatever decision is made. And so, as a leader, what I want you to do is really prioritize commitment. Now, in order to do this, you have to give individuals an opportunity to weigh into this conversation. They need to know that their voice is heard and their voice and opinion is considered. If you just try to steamroll decisions down their alley, it will not work. You won't have consensus, nor will you have commitment. But if you create an environment where individuals sincerely feel as though you're hearing them, you're weighing all the pros and cons of every decision you are in the process of making, that will increase the likelihood that when it's all said and done, even though you might make a decision that is different than what they feel you should make, they can still be committed. But then you also have to create a culture of commitment where the expectation is we're going to get together in a room and we're going to wrestle over some key decisions we have to make. And no matter which way the conversation goes, when it's all said and done and we leave this room, the expectation is that everyone will be committed to the decision. That's something that just doesn't happen naturally. You, as a leader, have to create that on your team and communicate that as an expectation for all of your team members. So, as you're leading your team, I want you to think commitment over consensus. Now, commitment requires conversations, dialogue, giving them a chance to weigh in. But when it's all said and done, you want to make sure that you have a committed team, regardless of whether or not they agree with every decision that's being made.